Jambo Mambo Familia Angu, Bimini Eli-Ben-Eli, Babu Eli-Ben-Eli, Karibu, 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 habari yako? I hope all of you are doing well. If you haven't liked and subscribed to my channel, please like and subscribe to my channel, and please comment. I love, I love it when people comment. I love answering and everything. One of the people who regularly comments on my channel, and I put something on the community board to the effect of what illness affects Marwa. Nothing that a swift kick and a job would not cure. And they told, and she added something to the effect, and a healthy dose of humble pie, something to that effect. And I speak as someone who life has meted nothing but humble pie too, from the time that I was born until now. And it's like, I don't know, I feel a certain amount of compassion for somebody like Marwa, because it's like he started his life early on at a certain point. He had a big disadvantage, and the disadvantage was that he lost sight in one eye. Some people are capable of inspiring a great deal of love, and other people are like a sword. Some people may love a sword, but a sword is not made to be loved. A hammer is not made to be loved. A hammer is made to perform a task. I have never really inspired a whole lot of love in people, and for the longest time on YouTube, on Facebook was doing something, to me that was very, very cruel. There was a time when I used to really take Facebook seriously. And I would post, and people would comment, and people would like, but my subscribers always stayed frozen at like 280. And I never understood what that was all about. But I would ask them every now and then. I would send a message asking, really, nothing changes? And they would ignore me. And finally, after I pretty much said the hell with Facebook, they sent me a message. They told me, you haven't been having a very good experience here on Facebook. And they asked me some questions, and they kind of tried to apologize. And they told me, well, hopefully going forward your experience will begin to change. Now, I had like 281 subscribers for going on a couple of years, never changed. And I knew that was a lie, because I had a lot of people that were, commenting on it. Well, within a matter of a few weeks, I had like 5,000 subscribers. My theory is that I had them all along, but that they were, just not posting them, just not, I don't understand. The same thing is happening to me on Instagram. I'm frozen at a certain number, but every couple of days I have new subscribers and everything, and I always look to see if it changes. It never changes, and I think it's a way of demoralizing a person. I don't know why they do that crap, but I have a suspicion that they're probably doing the same thing here on YouTube, or maybe not. Maybe it is what it is, but I'm gonna tell you something. what they don't get is this. It's like I don't ever believe in giving up, but there does come a time when I stop taking something seriously. And I look at a lot of other channels and they do really well and everything, and I don't. Number one, I look at it like this. I'm not a lovable person. Never have been, never will be. I'm just not. That's number one. Number two, at this point, I'm doing this for laughs. There's a channel that I won't mention where this man has posted a list of channels that he supports, and he's encouraging people to go there and subscribe and everything. I don't have that. I think that the average YouTube channel, in fact, most of the YouTube channel would give a good damn if I drop dead. And I have never inspired. I have never been the kind of person who inspires a lot of love and affection, and my attitude is. Lately, I've taken to doing something. I've taken to decorating my home with a lot of faux flowers. I always consider it kind of silly. Okay, I'm gonna show you something. Let me first have a little sip of water, and then I'm gonna talk about what what I should be talking about. Let me show you. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. I kind of have a theory that goes like this. The Coco Mama, Black Beauty, they say charity begins at home. I believe that. I also believe that, give a person their flowers not when they die, but when they're alive. And don't cry if life doesn't give you flowers. Go out and buy your own flower. Fill your home with beauty and enjoy life, And that's, lately, for the first time in my life, I have gotten into the beauty of flowers. There was a time when I would say, yeah, flowers, that's LGBTQ, I don't want it around. Actually, I love flowers. I love beautiful things. So I have a bunch of them around my home, and
thank you, dear.
I'm so disgusted with, there's some of these videos. Some of these videos just go on forever without a problem. When I try to make a video with it as a background, suddenly I have all of these dang commercials. But anyway, I love beautiful things. I love beautiful flowers. Right now, I wish I have a big cage and a couple of small cages, and I have a big fish tank and a couple of smaller tanks. There was a time when I had my tank full of fishes, and I had birds, I had a cat, I want all of that. COVID took all of that. Well, there were issues before COVID, but COVID took all of that from me, and I want it back. I love beauty. I love animals. I love birds and everything, and I think it's just incredibly, and I'm gonna tell you something. My home is not perfect, and I currently don't have someone to clean my home and do certain things for me, and I'm having to do it myself, and I'm not maybe keeping it as nice as I want it to be. But I love having the flowers and everything. It just brings a beautiful, cheerful mood to my home, and the only thing I need now is a big bowl of potpourri. And I need some incense. I love the odor of incense. But anyway, for some reason, I'm noticing the color of my eyes, and I have to confess something. I don't like. I don't like the color of my eyes. I wish that my eyes were jet black. You know, I look at my eyes and it makes me think that I'm not as pure as I would like to be. But Allah knows what He's doing. You know. Anyway, I saw the video of Diana Kemi. It was Baby Carol, and she was saying how Diana Kemi was in the hospital, and I feel a great deal of compassion. You know, a person at that age shouldn't have to be in the hospital, you know, but I don't know, maybe somebody like Diana Kemi's taking on so much, trying to build a house for herself. You know, I started doing something similar when I was about a little younger, when I was maybe in my late teens. There was a time when I had my own house, had an apartment, you know, and that house really frightened me. That house, it was it was a big, beautiful house. I was the only person who lived there. And I always worked really hard. Even though I was a teenager, I ran a business, and then I sold real estate, and I was a full-time student. And that house, there were parts of it that I'm convinced were haunted, you know, and I didn't like to go there. And finally, you know, most people consider that the fulfillment of a dream. A big, beautiful house full of furniture and very nice furniture. It was lonesome for me. I came from a large family, and I finally ended up moving in with my girlfriend. And, you know, that was the beginning of a completely different part of my life. You know, I looked at a Coco Mama video, and she was talking about Marwa and how Marwa is treated Jamaican uncle. And my attitude is, there's a part of me that feels a certain amount of compassion for Jamaican uncle. There's another part of me that says it serves him right that he got treated the way that he got treated. It serves him right that it seems that Nassau tried to steal his throne. They're treating him like a dog. Why am I saying that it serves him right? Folks, unless you have been living under a rock, if you've been watching those videos of I Am Marwa, you know that I Am Marwa is a serpent. You know that. By the way, I like the name Racist. Is an equally bigger serpent. You know, son, get out there and find something useful to do with your money. Find people who really need it and help them. You know, it's like, how many times do these people have to see others kissing Marwa's ass and being basically scammed, taken advantage of, and everything? You know, if a person gets victimized without any knowledge of the fact that he's gonna be victimized, the first time you can say he was victimized, he's a victim. Okay? But if you repeatedly are giving indications that a situation is going to end up with you being victimized, and you do it anyway, you're a volunteer. You're not a victim. All of these people are volunteering, and they're doing it for pathetic reasons. You know, okay, look, I am abject lesson in how difficult it is to try to do anything on YouTube. If you aren't well liked, if you don't have a bunch of subscribers who have big channels. By the way, to all of those people who have subscribed to my channel, I love all of you. I love all of you who post comments, and I love all of that. And I'm not talking about the people that post comments with a bad attitude. I'm talking about those who are just being friendly. May God bless you. But I'm living proof of the fact that it is not easy to start a YouTube channel if you're a lone wolf, if you don't have any powerful allies and everything. But you gotta look at it philosophically. Alhamdulillah, Bismillah too, because I consider all of this a work of Allah. It's teaching me something. I don't have a big channel by anyone's reckoning, but I'm gonna tell you something. I used to be a Seventh-day Adventist elder, and the church was a small church, and based on my hard work and the hard work of the other elders, it began to be a very big church. I don't think we ever had more than 400 people. If you compare subscribers to people that participate in a church membership of 400 people is a lot. Close to 600 subscribers is a great deal, and I'm grateful for that. But the point is this: if I can get to the point where I have close to 600, I'm still short, but I'm close to it. Surely that indicates that a person doesn't have to, kiss up to anybody to have a lot of subscribers. There was a point at which I was feeling very, very close to the reactors, and then they briefly started doing. They started doing these group postings and everything, and I was saying, oh, they're not showing me any love because I have a small channel. But then they started including other people who had even smaller channels, and I kind of got the message. I'm not an African, I'm not one of them, and my attitude became, no big deal. I still enjoy their channels and everything, but at the same time, my attitude is never confuse a person who doesn't give a rat's butt about you with a friend. And I understand that those people are not any friends of mine, and I do not believe in running around pretending to be part of anything. I never joined a gang, even though I had plenty of opportunities. Even though when I was practicing law, there were certain organized crime groups that always came to me for their service, but I was never one of them. I'm not a joiner. It bothered me a lot when I became as devoted as I was to the Seventh-day Adventist Church. It bothered me a lot when I became very, very devoted to Judaism. Why? Because I kind of felt that the gatekeepers of the Jewish community had power over me by being able to say, well, you can be one of us, or maybe you're not one of us. I feel the same way about Islam. My view about religion is that a person should be able to freely join a religion with or without the approval of people in that community. And by the grace of God, now that we have YouTube and now that we have Facebook and Zoom, you can engage in a life of worship without having to, go on a regular basis to a community of people that you may not feel very comfortable around and pretend to be one of them. I'm a lone wolf, okay, and I thank each and every one of my subscribers, but I don't have to kiss anybody's ass. Not Marwa, not anybody else. And if I never have 1,000 subscribers, if I never have more than what I have right now, Baruch Hashem. May Allah be praised. I'm happy. The great rabbis, the sages, say something. You know, there's a saying in Judaism. Who is a rich man? The man who is happy with what he has. You know, it's like, the thing that bothers me is that there are people who kind of like mockingly talk about my channel. Oh, you never get a certain number of views. I have, you know, at times, and at times I haven't. Oh, you don't have that many subscribers. You know, I don't know whether everybody, well, those of you who live in America and certain parts of the world will know what I'm talking about. Chain restaurants like McDonald's can be found everywhere. But there's an honor that's accorded to restaurants called a Michelin star. I have never heard of a McDonald's with a Michelin star. You know, so being big doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing quality. What I'm trying to do is quality. Okay, and anyway, I'm kind of like Ramadan is wonderful because it makes me do a lot of thinking. But it also, you know, there's something about fasting that, you know, it's like, it's always a challenge. It's always a challenge. But I reach a point in my life in which food isn't all that important to me anyway. My dear friends, if you have watched the video this far, may God bless you. Thank you so much. Asante Asana. Please comment, please share. Quiety.